Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to go ahead and call in Archangel Michael to clear, cleanse the space of all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul. Home and hearts placed in the white light of protection on us with his blue seal. We're going to be reading out of my Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I absolutely adore Eckhart Tolle, and I believe Eckhart Tolle is activated his I Am. So let's see what more it has to say. And we're still on chapter 1, You Are Not of Your Mind. It says, when you say, being, are you talking about God? If you are, then why don't you say it? The word God has become empty of meaning, though through thousands of years of misuse. I use it sometimes, but I do sparingly. By misuse, I mean that people who have never even glimpsed the realm of the sacred and the infinite vastness behind the word use it with great conviction, as they knew they were what they were talking about, or they argue against it, and as if they are denying what is that they are denying. This misuse gives rise to absurd beliefs, assertions, and egoic delusions, such as my or our God is the only true God and your God is false. The famous statement, I don't want to read that. I'm going to pass on. The word God has become a closed concept. The moment the word is uttered, a mental image is created, no longer perhaps an old man with a white beard, but is still a mental representation of someone or something outside of you, and yes, almost inevitably a male of someone or something. Neither God nor being or any other word can define or explain the infallible reality behind the word. So the only important question is whether the word is a help or a hindrance in enabling you to experience that toward which is the point. Does it point beyond itself to that transcendental reality, or does it itself too easily becoming no more than an idea in your head that you believe is a mental idol? And I 100% agree with that. You know, I know a lot of people that believe in God that literally do not spend any thought on God at all. And that is completely okay, because wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. So I'm not negating that. But I understand what he's trying to convey in that point. It says, the word being explains nothing, but nor does God. Being, however, has the advantage that it opens concept. It does not reduce the infinite invisible to a finite entity. It is impossible to form a mental image of it. Nobody can claim exclusive possession of being. It is your very essence and is immediately accessible to you as feeling of your own presence. The realization, I am, that is prior to I am this or I am that. So it is only a small step from the word being to experience of being. So I'm going to leave it at that. But what I recommend, and again, this is hard because I don't know who's listening to this and where you are in your journey. I don't believe that a lot of people that are activating their I am far into the process, I don't believe that they're actually listening to this, because this is information they probably already read. But you can go ahead, rub your hands together, place your hands on your heart, and say, I am. When you say I am, you are aligning with God. You are aligning with the God within you, the divine spark within you, Christ consciousness. You are aligning with your monad, your higher self. And I know this because I am on the journey of activating that, and I am further into that journey. I would almost say that I am one with my higher self, my God within. I can literally communicate, ask questions. It was funny because I was reading a book and I needed to find out where on the book that I had left off. And I just literally asked myself, when looking at a book, where did I leave off? And they instantly just drew me to where I left off. So that is something that you have to go through a lot of process for that, because that's a very high power, and we need to make sure, God needs to make sure that you're doing right with that, because people have taken that power and done bad things with it. Atlantis, Lemuria, and then he had to wipe them out. So I believe God is an energy. I believe God is all that is. I believe that God is in every single person, and you just have to start the process of activating it. Living from love, not fear, not hate, and truly embracing all that is. Loving thy neighbor. So I hope this helps. I love you all. Have a blessed day, and namaste.